So, we meet again. Hey guys, we'll get started at the usual time, 2 o'clock, East Coast time. That's 5 minutes from now. In the meantime, I'll watch everybody come into the room. Thank you for coming. It's a nice Monday. We've got 14 of us already here. I see the numbers. I have a little thing on my screen that shows the numbers. Let's see who's represented. Grant in Virginia is here. Fresno is represented by the Maslowski kids. And Virginia, Ian and Erica are from Virginia. Represented, Virginia. I wish I could cross them all off a list. There's 52 of us now. Alana and Jeremy from New York. New York is represented. Ohio is represented by Patrick and Alex. In New Jersey by Jesse and Leo is here. I don't know where Leo's from. Javen and Johan are here. Hi to all of you. Indiana is represented by Maddox. And the Glass Gang is good to go. Rebecca is here. Hi. William, Abby, and Isabel made it, baby. Montana is represented by Max. Yay, Max. And Connecticut is represented by Lainey and Ben. Philip's here. And Arizona is represented by Jim Pilat, the famous illustrator. Jessica's here. And Illinois represented by Molly. Kaylee and Blaine are here. Sebas and Belen, sorry. North Carolina by Abigail and Chester. And Gianluca and Mateo are here. Xavier from New Jersey. New Jersey's already represented. Hi, Alex and Antonella. Pennsylvania is represented by Ben. And Antonia. Jacob, Chase, and Ohio is represented by Chase and Maya. Jonah and Brianna are here. We'll get started. Hi, Olivia. We'll get started in 3 minutes now. 3 minutes until go time. St. Louis and Iowa is Iowa's represented. Ben is here. Virginia is represented by Linda. Ginny, Beth, and Daniel are from Alabama, representing Alabama. West Virginia is represented by somebody, it just went by too fast. Tyler, Jack, and John. And Sophia, Eva, Braden is here. Hi to all of you. Massachusetts is represented by Mectis. Hi, Sandy. And Skyla's here. Oliver is in Philly, is here. Hi. Yeah, I guess some of you are, school is over now, I guess. Jack and Ben from Tampa, Florida is represented by Jack and Ben. And Blake is here. Hi, Katie. Oliver is here. We got 2 minutes to go. It's still time, hi, Logan, to get your friends, your relatives, Joshua and Sophia. Hi, Pennsylvania. Excuse me, Ryan, I better take a sip. Still have time to get your friends and relatives into the room. We've got 183 of us. Saskatchewan, Canada is represented. Emerson and B. Maryland is represented by Finley, Jonah, and Brianna. Hi. Sienna, Connecticut. Okay. Brooke. Hi, Brooke. Roswell, New Mexico. Alejandro Kabir is here. Maryland by Finley and Fisher. Juliet. Dante Hare. Tyler from Ohio is represented. Jay and Sophia, Union City. I think that's New Jersey. Colin and Corin, Illinois. Chatham, New Jersey, the Valetti girls. We got 200 people. The Searle Squad is here, as always. Skates and Apollo, the dogs. Ainsley and Lila. We got less than a minute to go. Go. Inesh and Rashid. Kira in Mississippi is represented. Noel and Declan. Noah and Mika. Hi. Okay, I'm so glad everybody's here. Drew is here from New York. Okay, we got half a minute to go. Then we're going to get started. Josh. Hey, Josh. Connecticut. Okay. Billy Bob. I love when Billy Bob shows up. 15 seconds. Benjamin, Kaylee, Searle Squad from East Brunswick, New Jersey. 10 seconds. Cooper in Canada. Okay, the Coopers, I should say. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's go time, baby. Hi, Dan Gutman here. I am the guy who writes the My Weird School series. And instead of our question of the day today, I have an announcement to make. An announcement, which is, it's been 4 months since the last book came out, okay? And people have been asking me, when is the next one coming out? Well, the wait is over, okay? The new My Weird School book comes out tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow. Yes, here it is. Mr. Marty loves a party, okay? Mr. Marty is arranging AJ's next birthday party. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, it's really funny if I do say so myself. And I hope it's okay for me to say that if you've been enjoying these free read-alouds with me every day for the last 13 weeks, you can show it by getting my new book or getting it as a gift for some lucky boy or girl. So it's available from your local bookstore or an online bookseller, you know, whichever works for you. And thanks to all you kids out there who have been reading my books and all the grown-ups there who've been sharing my books with kids too. That's the announcement. Okay, all right. So for now, let's get to our book of the week, which is Miss Brown is Upside Down. Okay, this is number 3 in the My Weirdest School series. We've been reading backwards in time. And let's start by reading the back cover, as we always do. You guys ready? All right. It says here, the brain games are coming to elementary school. Miss Brown will help the kids do creative projects like building a bridge out of toothpicks and designing a remote control car. The kids have to compete against Dirk's school to win the grand prize, a free trip to Pizza World. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, we're about to find out. And this book has 11 chapters in it, but one of them is really short, so we will finish it on Friday, as we always do. Okay, are you guys ready? Gather around your big screen TV, your laptop, your tablet, whatever it is. Let's get going. Okay, chapter 1 is titled Light Bulb Head. Okay, here we go. My name is AJ, and I hate being smart. If you ask me, being smart is dumb. When you're a smart kid, grown-ups expect you to be smart all the time. Then they get upset when you do something dumb. But when you're a dumb kid, grown-ups expect you to be dumb all the time. Then when you do something dumb, it's no big deal. But when you do something smart, they act like you're a genius. That's why my friends and I act dumb all the time. We want to lower the expectations of grown-ups. That's the first rule of being a kid. It was Monday morning, just like it is today. We were in Mr. Cooper's class arguing about which one of us is the dumbest. I'm dumber than you are, said Michael, who never ties his shoes. I'm dumber than both of you, said Ryan, who will eat anything, even stuff that isn't food. I'm the dumbest kid in the history of the world, said Neil, who we call the nude kid even though he wears clothes. I was dumb before any of you dumbheads were even born, said Alexia, this girl who rides a skateboard all the time. And here's Jim's picture of all the kids arguing over which one of them is the dumbest. We had to end the discussion. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Okay, you're right. We had to end the discussion. You'll never believe in 1,100,000 years who ran into the door at that moment. Nobody. Why would you run into a door? That would be really dumb. But you'll never believe who ran into the doorway. It was Mr. Klutz, our principal. He has no hair on his head at all. But he did have a hat on his head. And on top of the hat was a big light bulb. That was weird. Mr. Klutz's bald head already looks like a light bulb, so he really doesn't need a light bulb hat. Here's Jim's picture of Mr. Klutz coming into the room. AJ and Andrea. She's got her hand up in the air already, of course, with his light bulb hat. Okay, all right. Can anyone guess why there's a light bulb over my head this morning? Asked Mr. Klutz. Because it didn't fit in your pocket, I asked. AJ, you need to raise your hand, said Mr. Cooper. Don't just blurt things out. Andrea Young, this annoying girl with curly brown hair, was waving her hand in the air like she had to go to the bathroom really badly. Andrea keeps a dictionary on her desk so she can look up words and show everybody how smart she is. Of course, Mr. Klutz called on her. A light bulb over your head means you have a good idea, she said. That's right, Andrea, said Mr. Cooper. Andrea smiled the smile that she smiles to let everybody know that she knows something nobody else knows. Why can't a truck full of light bulbs fall on her head? Do you want to hear what my good idea is? Asked Mr. Klutz. Yes, said all the girls. No, said all the boys. I didn't want to hear Mr. Klutz's idea. Usually, when he has an idea, that means we have to learn stuff. Learning stuff is boring. If I was the principal of a school, nobody would ever have to learn anything. I would let the kids have recess all day long. But you probably want to know what Mr. Klutz's genius idea was. Well, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to read the next chapter. So boo-boo on you. All right, that's chapter 1. Let's read chapter 2, which is titled The Brain Games. We're starting an exciting new program, Mr. Klutz told us. All the girls started whispering to each other and rubbing their hands together as if we were going to get ice cream or something. You're going to participate in the brain games, said Mr. Klutz. The brain games? I didn't like the sound of that. I hate using my brains. Using your brains means thinking, and thinking means learning, and learning isn't fun. That's when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. A lady walked into our classroom. Well, that's not the weird part, because ladies walk into our classroom all the time. The weird part was that the lady walked into our classroom on her hands. And here's Jim's picture of the lady walking into the classroom on her hands. I'm going to let Miss Brown explain the brain games to you, said Mr. Klutz. Miss Brown is upside down, I shouted. You need to raise your hand, AJ, said Mr. Cooper. Then Miss Brown had jumped up so she was on her feet like a normal person. You're probably wondering why I was walking on my hands, she said. Anybody can walk on their feet. It's more creative to walk on your hands. Miss Brown is an expert on creativity, said Mr. Klutz. She's going to be your coach for the brain games. The brain games are a competition where you use your brains, said Miss Brown. It involves creative projects, blah, blah, blah. Think differently, blah, blah, blah. Create and explore, blah, blah, blah. What a snooze fest. I had no idea what she was talking about. When I say up, I want you to think down, said Miss Brown. When I say in, I want you to think out. This isn't going to be one of those boring educational activities, is it? Asked Mr. Cooper. Ew, Mr. Cooper said the E word. Oh no, oh no. The brain games are going to be fun, said Miss Brown. The kids are going to create their own vehicle. And they're going to build a bridge, too. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yes! Yes, shouted all the girls. No, shouted all the boys. The brain games are sponsored by the Jiggly Gelatin Company, said Miss Brown. I'm sure you've all tasted Jiggly at home. It jiggles so you know it's good, added Mr. Klutz. And here's Mr. Klutz and Miss Brown. Looks like they're doing a commercial for Jiggly Gelatin. I've tasted Jiggly Gelatin. It looks like Jell-O, but it tastes horrible. My mother gave Jiggly to me one time when I was sick. It was worse than the medicine. And here's the big news, said Mr. Klutz. Your class is going to compete against another school to see which third grade will be the Brain Games champion of our town. Which school, we all asked. Dirk School, said Mr. Klutz. What? No, not Dirk School. Dirk School is on the other side of town. That's where the really smart kids go. We call it Dork School. I didn't like the whole idea of the brain games. I guess I was making a mean face. What's the matter, AJ? Asked Mr. Cooper. The brain games sound like a way to trick dumb kids into being smart, I said. There's no way we can beat those Dirk jerks anyway, said Ryan. Yeah, they're way too smart, said Michael. You kids are smart too, said Mr. Klutz, and I think you can win. Oh, by the way, there will be a prize for the school that wins the brain games. A prize? Asked Andrea. A prize? Asked Emily, a big crybaby who says everything Andrea says. A prize? Asked Alexia. In case you were wondering, everybody was asking a prize. The school that wins the brain games, said Mr. Klutz, will get a trip to Pizza World Water Park. Wow, we all said, which is Mom upside down. Pizza World is the coolest water park in the history of water parks. You get to go down a water slide on a giant slice of pizza. They have a tomato sauce log flume. The best ride is Cheese Mountain, a roller coaster on a mountain made of cheese. And in the snack bar, you get all the pizza you can eat. Here's Jim's picture of Pizza World with the roller coaster. It looks like the log flume in it too. We need to choose a team captain, said Miss Brown. Are any of you in the gifted and talented program? Andrea's hand shot in the air. Aren't you in the G&T program too, AJ? Asked Mr. Cooper. I slinked down in my seat. I never wanted to be in the gifted and talented program. That's for dorks like Andrea. But Ms. Coco, our gifted and talented teacher, forced me into it. Okay, AJ and Andrea will be the co-captains of your Brain Games team, said Mr. Cooper. Ooh, Ryan said. AJ and Andrea are co-captains. They must be in love. When are you going to get married? Asked Michael. If those guys weren't my best friends, I would hate them. All right, that's chapter 2. Tomorrow we're going to start on chapter 3, which is titled The Death Machine. But first I wanted to show you something cool. Somebody sent me this, a bookmark, okay? Becca Holmes in Texas sent me this cool bookmark she made because she was part of a second grade design your own bookmark contest, and she sent me the bookmark that she made and that she won the contest on. Isn't that cool? I'm going to use it. Okay, before we go, how about the joke of the day? You guys ready? All right, here it is. This joke is from Aubrey, who asks, what's the difference between a teacher and a train? What is the difference between a teacher and a train? Give up? A teacher tells you to spit out your gum. A train goes choo-choo. Get it? All right. Thanks, Aubrey. Thanks to Josh Salzman also and Ryan Cunningham for our theme song. You know what it is, okay? Get off your couch, all right? Stop staring at screens. It's time for...
My weird school, I'm AJ and my school's a mess. My weird school, before a school is fine, I guess. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. Where Mrs. Yonkers is bonkers, and Mrs. Daisy is crazy, Mrs. Cody is loony, and Miss Lady is zany, and then there's her principal, his name's Mr. Klutz.
And man, oh man, is that man nuts?
My weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school, my weird school, oh yeah, it's my weird school.
Okay, you guys, see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Read like crazy. Wash your hands like crazy. Bye, guys.